Yeah, she was huge. You know, she never shies away from the moment. She made some huge shots for us, but she's just poised, very poised. You can see it in her face, like she wants to be in those moments, so I'm super proud of her.
Act 1. The shot that froze in time. Catch a Dime family, they told you she couldn't handle the high-pressure defensive blitzes when the game was on the line. They told you that when a team builds a 14-point second-half lead, the game is functionally liquidated.
In between quarters, in between halves, to come out with the exact same energy, and especially that.
But the film does not lie. The Indiana Fever hosted the Washington Mystics in a game that will go down as an absolute instant classic in WNBA history. While the casual fan is checking the box score and talking about a heartbreaking 104-102 overtime loss, the strategic minds in this community are looking at the sheer, unadulterated offensive gravity of number 22.
I thought she had a solid first game.
Clark looking to shake Vandersloot. Step back is good. Caitlin.
You in our Catch a Dime community who know that clutch execution and late-game offensive spacing are the ultimate leading indicators of long-term championship ROI.
Mitchell.
The last season and into this year. Such a great backdoor cut.
Clark trying to shake free, get some space, did not take the three, drives. Smith gets loose and lays it in as Diamond to Shields.
Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell right now. We track the real, raw assets of this league while mainstream media covers the fluff. Ring it so you don't miss our daily tactical deep dives. Down by 3 points in the dying seconds of regulation, Caitlin Clark didn't just break the play design. She completely broke the arena. Slipping out to the left wing, she drained an absolutely cold-blooded step-back three-pointer with just 1.7 seconds remaining on the ticker to force overtime.
2 assists, 1 rebound away. Clark leading Mitchell for the lay, and the building is up for grabs.
Today, we go inside the film room to break down the exact mechanics of her 32-point masterpiece and show you the footage that has the entire league in complete chaos. Act 3, the 17-point quarter, and the spacing matrix. Let's get into the actual basketball mechanics here because this is where the real truth is hidden.
Clark continues to manipulate the defense with her passing. Comes off Aaliyah Boston again. Beautiful.
Jackson calling forward and gets it. Here's Hamby on the post. Against Samuelson, stripped away, picked up by Clark. Clark. The feet underneath, Finlay working against your room. What a move.
Washington came into Gainbridge Fieldhouse executing a masterful defensive strategy, outscoring the Fever 20-9 in the second quarter, and opening up a massive double-digit advantage. They were clogging the lane and dared anyone else to beat them. But in the fourth quarter, Caitlin Clark officially entered a tier of efficiency that defied the laws of physics.
Another deep three. Really good ball movement by the Indiana Fever.
Atkins gets a poke on it. Here's Clark firing and hitting. So 3 to go in the fourth. Clark says, you're going to give me that space. I'm going to do this. 4-3.
She went on an absolutely unconscious tear, single-handedly dragging Indiana back from the brink by scoring 17 points in the final frame alone.
Takes Ryan Howard out. Howard's responsibility is not to let...
It's not the most inviting carpet. Nice look. Wallace gets free, waits, and lays it in. Clark gets it back from Boston. Now bounces to her. Boston drops it in.
That performance marks the second most points scored by a single player in a quarter in Fever franchise history. Even more staggering for your portfolio, she set an all-time franchise record by knocking down 5 consecutive three-pointers in a single quarter. Look at this exact possession at the 3-minute mark. Washington attempts a soft drop coverage, assuming she's too tired to pull up from 30 feet. Caitlin reads the space instantly, elevates, and punishes them. Her transition gravity left the Mystics pointing fingers and missing rotations on 3 consecutive trips down the hardwood. Act 3. Historic dividends and the roster impact. Let's talk about long-term asset appreciation. During this game, Caitlin didn't just stack points.
Connecticut, an early 9-point lead. Clark, a three. It is good.
Good hold defensively, causing issues here in the backcourts. Kimbrough hits the deck, able to keep possession.
They almost didn't get across midcourt.
Alicia Gray has it denied. Austin sends it back. Clark with numbers. Bounce pass Howard.
She officially moved into the 5th spot on the Fever's all-time assist list, passing Katie Douglas with her 471st career dime on a beautiful kick-out pass to Sophie Cunningham. She finished the night with 8 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals alongside her 32 points. Look at how this offensive system is structured when it's operating at peak value.
Here's Katie Lou Samuelson. Can't hit the three in the corner. Boston the rebound. Clark, a good look. She got it.
Another deep three. Really good ball movement by the Indiana.
Because Washington had to extend their defense past the three-point arc to track Caitlin, lanes opened up for the rest of the roster. Kelsey Mitchell absolutely feasted in transition, dropping 24 points. Monique Billings anchored the mid-range with 10 points. Act 4, overtime chaos and the defensive margin. So if Caitlin went full superstar mode, why did Indiana walk away with a loss? The answer lies in the paint, and this is where the film don't lie. The Fever hit an incredible 17 three-pointers on 42 attempts, completely dominating the perimeter layout.
Gets a poke on it. Here's Clark firing and hitting. So 3 to go in the 4th. Clark says, you're going to give me that space. I'm going to do this for 3.
But Washington counterbalanced that by outscoring Indiana 48-28 in the paint, shooting a blistering 56% from the field as a team. To make matters worse, the Fever's interior defense took a devastating hit when 3-time All-Star Aaliyah Boston went down with a lower leg injury late in the 3rd quarter and did not return. Without her presence on the low block, Washington's Sonia Citron, who dropped a career-high 30 points, and Kiki Iriafen, who added 25 points, found open lanes to the rim all through overtime.
Clark off the Reese screen. Sidestep, deep 3! Keelan Clark doing her best Chelsea Gray impression.
In the final seconds of overtime, the Fever fought back down to the last breath. Lexi Hull drilled a clutch 3-pointer to bring Indiana within 1 possession. But late-game free throw variances, including 2 critical misses from the line, and a heavily contested mid-range jumper from Mitchell at the buzzer meant Washington survived the storm. Conclusion, the catch-a-dime verdict. Here is the ultimate catch-a-dime verdict. Do not let a 2-point overtime loss blind you to the macroeconomic trend of this team. Caitlin Clark just put together her highest scoring output in nearly a calendar year, completely erasing a 14-point deficit against an elite defensive roster in less than 6 minutes of play. The ceiling on this offensive matrix is astronomical. Once the interior defensive communication stabilizes, this team is going to be an absolute nightmare for the rest of the league architecture.
Nurse off the screen, bouncing for Hamby. Too far behind her. Clark got a piece, and she'll get credited with the steal.
I want to hear from the strategic minds in our comment section right now. Was Caitlin's game-tying 3 the coldest shot of the 2026 season so far? Drop A in the comments if your jaw hit the floor when that step back went down. Smash that like button to boost us in the algorithm, and make sure you are fully subscribed with that notification bell turned on so you stay ahead of the game all season long. Catch a dime. Out.